Cricket is a game of skill, passion, and nerves of steel, but when the stakes are as high as the ICC Cricket World Cup, it's not just the skills that shine through, it's those unforgettable game-changing moments that go down in history. I'm talking about the kind of moments that make you jump out of your seat, replay them in your mind for years, and forever become a part of cricket lore. Today, I'm taking you through the top 5 Cricket World Cup moments that didn't just define a match, they defined the sport itself. And trust me, you're gonna want to stick around till the end, because the last one, well, let's just say it's one of those moments that still gets fans talking, even decades later. So let's dive in and relive the drama, the passion, and the unforgettable moments that made history. 1. Kapil Dev's 175-1983 World Cup asterisk. Let's rewind all the way to 1983, when cricket in India was still finding its feet on the global stage. India wasn't considered a major cricketing power at the time, but Kapil Dev, Kapil, was about to change that forever. This was the first Cricket World Cup that India was involved in, and they were facing a massive challenge, a must-win game against Zimbabwe. India, struggling at 17 for 5, seemed on the brink of an early exit, but then Kapil Dev, the captain, stepped up and delivered one of the most iconic innings in cricket history. His blistering 175 asterisk, not out, was not just a show of individual brilliance. It was the kind of innings that lifted the entire team and set the tone for a revolution in Indian cricket. The amazing part, not only did Kapil's knock rescue India from the brink of disaster, but it helped India reach the semi-finals, eventually leading to their historic win in the 1983 World Cup. This moment was the birth of India's love affair with the World Cup. Kapil Dev didn't just score runs that day, he started a movement. Why it made history. Kapil's 175 asterisk is often regarded as the defining moment in India's rise in world cricket, and many say it was the moment the World Cup became real for Indian fans. A captain showing such resilience in the face of defeat. That's the stuff legends are made of. 2. Javed Miandad's last over 6 1986 World Cup semi-final. Fast forward to 1986, and we've got a moment that'll still give you goosebumps if you're a cricket fan. Pakistan, already riding high after some brilliant performances, found themselves in a do-or-die situation. A semi-final clash against India in the 1986 World Cup. Pakistan was chasing 287, and with just 1 over to go, they needed 19 runs to win. The odds were stacked against them, but enter Javed Miandad, Pakistan's most reliable batsman. And what happened next? Well, it's a moment that etched itself into the annals of World Cup history forever. With 4 balls, Miandad was facing India's Chetan Sharma. The entire nation was holding its breath, and then, boom, Miandad smashes a massive 6 over long on for the win. The crowd erupts, the commentators lose their minds, and Pakistan secures their place in the final with a dramatic, unforgettable victory. Why it made history. Miandad's 6 wasn't just about the match, it was about the incredible tension, the drama, and the ultimate reward for a nation that was on the edge of its seat. That moment remains one of the greatest in World Cup history, not just for Pakistan, but for world cricket as a whole. 3. The Desert Storm 1998 Australia versus India Coca-Cola Champions Trophy. Alright, this one's not exactly from the World Cup, but it is a moment that sent shockwaves through the cricketing world. The 1998 Coca-Cola Champions Trophy final between India and Australia in Dhaka might not be a World Cup, but it holds its place in cricket history for a reason. Australia was considered the team to beat at the time, and when they posted a mammoth total, it seemed like India was up against the wall. But when the Indian team's master blaster, Sachin Tendulkar, walked to the crease, something magical happened. What followed became known as the Desert Storm innings. In blazing heat and under intense pressure, Sachin hit Australia's bowlers all around the ground. His majestic 143 off 131 balls was not just about runs, it was about composure, brilliance, and an unwavering belief that India could chase down any total, even against the best. Why it made history. Sachin's performance against Australia wasn't just about one innings, it was about a masterclass in batting under pressure. The fact that he managed to perform like that on such a big stage against such a dominant team made him the undisputed king of the game. That innings remains one of the finest knocks ever played in modern cricket. 4. Shane Warne's ball of the century 1993 Ashes, England versus Australia. Okay, this one isn't a World World Cup moment, but it's definitely one of the greatest moments in cricket history that had everyone talking. In 1993, during an Ashes series, Shane Warne, an unorthodox leg spinner with an uncanny sense of the game, created magic that sent shockwaves through the cricketing world. Warne's legendary ball of the century was bowled to England's Mike Gatting, and it remains one of the most talked about deliveries in the history of cricket. The ball started way outside Gatting's off stump, spinning viciously and clipped the top of the bails. Gatting, confused and stunned, had no idea what had just hit him. Why it made history. Warne's ball was not just a delivery, it was an artistic expression of cricketing brilliance. The ball was so perfect that it became the benchmark for leg spin bowling. Every young cricketer aspired to bowl like Warne, and this moment is still talked about as one of the greatest deliveries in the history of the game. 5. MS Dhoni's match-winning 6 2007 World Cup Final, India vs Sri Lanka. This is the one you've been waiting for. The 2007 ICC T20 World Cup Final, where India faced Sri Lanka in a nail-biting showdown for the ages. With the game on the line and the pressure mounting, it came down to MS Dhoni, India's fearless captain. In a tense final over, Dhoni took the responsibility of leading India to victory with a calm and composed approach that only he could pull off. The defining moment? When he smashed the ball over the boundary ropes for a 6, securing India's first ever T20 World Cup title. That shot encapsulated everything about MS Dhoni's leadership, poise under pressure, timing, and the courage to go for the big one when it mattered most. Why it made history? Dhoni's 6 wasn't just a victory, it was the beginning of a new era for Indian cricket. The 2007 World Cup victory gave India a sense of pride and belief, especially in the shortest format of the game, and Dhoni's leadership, his cool, calm demeanor in the most high-pressure moments, is something we'll never forget. These are the moments that shaped the Cricket World Cup and elevated it into a global sporting phenomenon. They're the moments we look back on and remember why we love the game. Whether it's Kapil's 175 asterisk, Miandad's last over 6, or Dhoni's iconic match-winning hit, each of these moments represent something more than just a cricket match. They represent the power of passion, the thrill of the game, and the heart-stopping drama that makes cricket the greatest sport in the world. What's your favorite World Cup moment? Drop it in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cricket magic coming your way.